The Jones Longhorns made it to the Class 3A semifinals a year ago before falling to Lincoln Christian. They returned several key pieces off of last year's team, and it's made expectations high for a Jones program who looks to contend for a state title this fall. For head coach Dave Martin, he welcomes the high expectations and is preparing his team for a deep run into December.
Our expectations are to be able to play 15 weeks. There's no doubt, and we've got to act on that potential. There's more to it than just saying, hey, man, you got a lot of guys coming back from a state finals run team. You've got to go act on that potential, and that's where we got to come in and do a great job as a coaching staff in making sure that these guys don't gain any kind of complacency in those types of situations, because the bar is set really high, and we do have to go meet those expectations. So, we've done some things through the spring. Like I said, we've got a very highly competitive non-district part of our schedule. Our first 4 games, non-district wise, are really highly competitive. So, we're going to put ourselves in situations to find out where we're at and to continue to grow through the season.
Coming back for his senior season is quarterback Brandon George. George was a Player of the Year candidate a season ago after putting up phenomenal numbers both through the air and on the ground. Martin talks about the growth that George has had in this offense.
Well, there's no doubt he makes plays with his feet, makes plays with his arm, and that puts a lot of stress on defense. Brandon's done a great job throughout the offseason developing himself. Understands that he still had a lot of room to gain ground with. Did a great job developing himself physically. Has put on some really solid weight. Foot speed has increased tremendously. So, there's a lot of things that BG's going to be able to do for us with his feet and his arm. Just in understanding where he finished last year and where we start this year, he's got to be better.
George's number one weapon is 2018 wide receiver Sean Shaw. Impossible to miss on the field, standing all of 6'5". Shaw is a star in the making and is the go-to weapon in this Longhorn offense.
I challenge Sean quite a bit, and all the coaches do, because we know what the kid's potential is, and it's one of those things that come back to some complacency type stuff. You got to battle that. You can't make it easy for yourself, and every guy that goes up against him every day in practice, I challenge those guys up. Go win, go make him better, go beat him in a coverage or whatever it may be. So there's definitely that competition stuff going on that we feel like will combat a lot of those complacency type situations.
With some very talented players gearing up for the 2016 season and expectations higher than ever, Martin talks about how he manages it all this spring.
Well, one of the things that we looked at this spring is, we're looking at some new concepts, things to battle off some complacency. We don't want our guys getting comfortable and everything, and just like today, some of our new stuff that we're just kind of tweaking with. Hey, we're not all that great at it right now, but that's the whole thing of challenging these guys, putting them in some adverse situations and being uncomfortable. That's where we feel like we can really grow if we're going to meet our expectations.
This is Michael Nye reporting from Jones, Oklahoma for OKPreps.com.